Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am happy that you're here. I am happy that you pressed that link so that you can get to this part of your life. The channel is called Ignite Your Life. I've started this channel because I believe that some of us are feeling stuck, some of us are feeling helpless, and I'm here to offer you tools. I am your life coach. That's what I do. And I wanted now to start a YouTube channel that also helps people to make their life a better version of what they want to become. So I'm here to give you practical tools, hand holding, just to walk the journey with you. If I can go back and just show how I've been able to get myself to this point and to make sure that my life is not ordinary anymore, is that I started this journey when I was lost and I didn't know how to just go about it. I could feel inside me that I had a lot of passion, a lot of potential, but then it felt like a mediocre life. And if you're in that place, this is the right place for you. So please watch the video till the end. Today we are discussing how to write your own book. I am recording this during self-quarantine, so I know that you guys have a lot of time, and I'm just going to show you some of the steps to take so that eventually, if you're in this thing for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, that you'll be able to have something to show for it, at least one thing. I know that the kitchen is nearby, there's idleness, there's a lot of couch time, and so maybe some things you might not be able to control, but at least you can make yourself this one promise that you'll be able to have a manuscript by the end of this thing. For myself as Wangari, I have promised myself that I'm going to have a book every month. And that means I have to write. So one of the ways that I'm able to do that, despite having a busy life, I have 2 children, and one of them is 2 years old. They don't care that mommy is writing. They don't care that mommy is having quiet time. So what I do, which is also another video that I've put in my YouTube channel, is having a miracle morning, an ignition morning, a morning where you start your day, and that way you set the pace. You start the day by winning. You don't start the day by thinking, so what to do today? I'm indoors. No. So you start the day at 5 a.m. You wake up, you do your meditation. The video is very clear on how I do my ritual, and eventually I have about 45 minutes to an hour of writing. And so I've been leveraging on that, because in the end of for the rest of the day, I'm not sure how my day is going to turn out. We'll end up playing. There is homeschooling. There is just so much that is happening, and we are supposed to be having a lot of time to do whatever we need, but somehow the days are just going, and now we are at end month. So guys, welcome. I'm going to get right into it. So I have a script, so that this is very important, so that I don't leave out any notes. So the first thing about writing your own book, I have written my book. It's called This Girl Is on Fire. I printed it in 2019, and it took me a whole year to do it. But this time round, I already have my second book already in printing, and my third book I'm already writing, and I've already started having ideas on my 4th book. So yeah, so the first thing that is just to explain to you the value of writing. The value of writing helps you become immortal. You know how people might die in this season, and we all have that fear of death, and it's okay, but you should really be scared of death, because you didn't create yourself. So even that is beyond your hand. So worry about what you can change. And so one of the things about writing a book is that you make yourself immortal. The people who have not felt you, the people who have not had, like one-on-one coaching episodes with you, and you are brilliant, you are amazing, you're worth bringing something to the table. This world needs you. There is a reason why God created you, and He created you to share what you have. And one of the ways you can share that is by writing a book. So it's very important to write a book. They say the grave is the place that has the wealthiest talent, but it's because so many people have died with their dreams, have died with their knowledge, with their skills. They say if you don't share your skill, it will surely die. And I know this, and I know you say, oh my God, but they'll know. No, when you share your skill, like me, I am a farmer, and you guys have probably seen me in my other channel, Farmer on Fire. I share my skills freely. And what does that come up with? It's a cycle. Eventually, people start seeing you as an influencer. People start seeing you as an expert. And so I've started classes on how to teach people how to formally farm, because no one actually teaches you that this is the structure on how to farm. And so I've offered myself, and now the money is starting to come. So share, write a book. You might also get to sell it. And so, but that shouldn't be your intention. Basically, it's just like how we find people who journaled in the 1400s or during slavery, how people were, the captains were just writing, today the storm was bad, today we lost about 80 slaves and we threw them offshore. If that person didn't write, would you be knowing about that stuff? So please, I'm talking to you. Get a pen and start writing. Of course, in modern day we use laptops because so that we don't have to write, then we transfer, because eventually it has to go into the laptop. But start from where you are. If you don't have a laptop, start with a book. I have so many journals. I love just writing. I don't let a day pass if I've not written. That's just basically one of my rules. And I am a big fan of Jackson Biko. You know him from Facebook. He writes Biko stories. They are very, very engaging and very awesome. I went to his concert at Allianz and I bought this book. It's awesome. And one of the things he says, if you want to be a writer, you have to be a reader. It's just plain and simple. So if you haven't gotten on board in terms of your reading culture, if you want to write a book, start by reading, and that way your brain will just expand. And I know in this time you're holding a book and you're thinking, oh my god, and eventually you can't go past 2 pages. So how I just condition myself so that I can be able to read for longer is just that I start coaching my mind. When those thoughts start coming and I start thinking of other things I can be doing when it's my reading time. So first of all, seclude yourself. Don't be with your spouse who's trying to give you stories. I know women were just chatter. So seclude yourself. Try and find some quiet space, and so read. And so if you feel that nerve of, I need to put this book down, I need to, I need to do all those other things, the baby's crying, no. So just keep going, keep reading, and then eventually you'll get into that. It's like what do you call it? It's like a curve. So eventually you start enjoying the book at some point. So it's good to also set the time that you're going to read for. So you can say, today I'm going to read a chapter. I'm going to be reading a chapter of this book every day. And so if the book has 20 chapters, it's going to take you 20 days or maybe a month to finish the book. And so if you haven't finished the chapter, so don't put it down, so you have to preset your mind beforehand that I'm going to read for an hour. Yes, reading. I cannot overstate. So my favorite things that I read is autobiographies. As you can see, my book is a autobiography, a story about a village girl and his journey towards significance. I love Winston Churchill, Hitler, Men Are From Mars. I also love my kinky entertainment time when I don't just have to, like work my mind and I just want to entertain myself. So this is what I'm currently reading because I want to have a challenge to myself on how to get on board in terms of when I'm at home. So Steve Harvey's book, very good, very simple. Jeff Koinange, Through My African Eyes. This is a great read. Again, entertainment, just a novel to help my juices flowing. This is an old one, but I think it's critical to just get how things were during the Mau times and during Jomo Kenyatta's time, which is a while back. We kind of tend to forget how lifestyle was and how different it was, and so the narrator writes sweet stories of the traditional African setting, and it's just amazing. Like you feel like it talks about a totally different place, and you are in that place anyway. So like in my book, I write how my mom used to make for us this meal that is ugali mixed with potatoes. We are Kikuyus, so this is the ideal meal, and it's called gojagoto. And my son is like, what is this? Anyway, so some of the experiences that I had in my childhood, I'm removing them and putting them in the book. And my son already, who is just a generation apart, is like, oh my god, how did you guys exist without a phone? He cannot comprehend that. So please write that book. So reading, a big one. Why you need to write, so if you have experience, like if you're in HR practice, if you're an accountant, if you're a gardener, if you are anything that you are, please share that information. Show people how to do it and what are the things that you figured on how to do it. And so the other thing is blog. So there are these platforms online. I use Blogger. It's a Gmail, it's from Gmail, and I find it very easy. So my blog link, I'm going to link it down below. It's called A Leopard's Journey, because my name is Wangari, and Wangari in Kikuyu, Wangari means a leopard. So I just write my leopard's journey, and I've been writing for a while. You guys will see, I know one or two things, because I've just been doing it and just blogging. So what I put myself as a target for blogging is 200 words. Sometimes, especially nowadays, it's just been flowing. I've just been writing, which is good. And yeah, so the first thing is just to write. When you hit 10,000 words, it is advisable to get an editor, so that you're not just writing too many words and then you're in the wrong direction and you have to redo. But that should never worry you. No one should put you in a box. No one should tell you this is the expected way that you should fit in this. And so I think for my editor, because she was also my friend at the time, is that I really appreciate that she did not try to sanitize me. She did not try to tell me you shouldn't tell people this too much about your life and about your marriage and about the sad parts. And I was like, no, I am going to share my story as it is, because I am hoping that there is someone out there that I'm going to reach to, and they're going to learn from my experience. They don't need to go through all that stuff that I went to learn. They'll be like, hey, Wangari wondered about the cycle of violence and how it works, and if you get into this kind of pattern, this is coming. So that kind of thing. So after writing, you get to send it to your editor, and then they'll probably take it to someone to proofread it. You need to read it just to make sure it doesn't have errors and that it flows and that there are no gaps anywhere. So usually you need like 2 people to just do the proofreading. You can get them online. One of the apps that I use are called Fiverr, and the other one, it's a workspace kind of thing, and they charge like $2, $10. It depends on who you're going to select to do that for you. Also, you can just look for your OCD friends, those perfectionist friends. I'm a sanguine, so my idea is I like looking at the big picture, but there are those people who that they are very detail oriented. Those are also some of the people that you can leverage with and see how they can edit your book, because they will note those errors for you. I'm not one of those people, but I have friends who are like that, so I'm lucky that I'm able to mix that to become a super team. And after that, then you go to layout. So layout, you need someone who does graphics, because you want a presentable book. You want a book that has certain colors that will go with, and you will select, do I put my picture on it? I put my picture myself because it is a biography. It's talking about my story. So people would like to feel like when they read how Wangari struggled, or how Wangari won, or how like when they see the cover, their mental, their mind works with images. So the photo of me worked for me. So, but in my second book, which is an agricultural book, I probably won't put my face on it. I will put maybe a farm or photos of vegetables and stuff like that. So you guys get why you need a layout person, because they're the graphic designer. They'll bring the image aspect, and also inside they will lay out how the paragraphs just flow, I'm going to show you this book by Joanna Satia. I'm a big fan of her books. I have every book she's written, and I find that her flow is very good. So she sells one book for 500. This one I got it lately for 600, and it's just amazing how her flow and how after a quick read you get to turn the page, because they are not very small fonts. So it's good to get a layout person because they will help you a lot with that. Yeah, so Joanna Thatch, and those who don't know her work, please get reading, get reading. And so the other thing after layout, now it's printing. Then so you are in collaboration with the designer, so you're saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, can I get a first copy? You approve it, go through it, and then now you can fully go into printing. It is good to realize that your book is your intellectual work, so protect. Don't just send it to any printer. Very bad people, they're gangsters. They'll print your work and sell your book in the streets for 100 shillings or for 50 bob. You don't want that. That's not good. You put too much energy in it. You need to protect it. Don't just send it to anyone to print. Yeah, so get a good guy who can be able to, you can trust to keep your intellectual knowledge private. And then so after that, then the books come home, and now you have to price them and you have to start distribution. So the other thing is marketing. So one of the ways that I market, because I'm self-published, so there are two types of publishing. So there is like a corporate publishing, where you just give your book to the publishing companies, and they also have a lot to say on how you write the book. It's a very hands-on process, and it's a bit expensive, but sometimes you find that it is good because they are bigger, and so they have all this talent, all the skills on how to become a bestseller. So for my second book, I'm engaging a publishing company because I think I'm ready to go to that level where I'm challenging myself. I can't just be self-publishing the whole time. And also the one thing that I like about publishing houses is that they have reach. Distributorship is like worldwide or even international. So I want to challenge myself to that level where everyone in Kenya is a reader. If I have all 10 million readers in Kenya reading my book, I'm grateful, even if I'm getting out, because you get a small percentage of the book. So like if the book is going for 100%, you get like 30-35% or even 25%, which is still significantly a lot of money, and you don't have to actually carry the book and hook it at the boot of your car in your handbag. So you can choose, do I self-publish? Do I look for a publishing house? Do I have capital? Do I have, it's a bit demanding. They both have advantages and disadvantages. So I think I'm going to do a video, so that this video is not too long. I'm going to do a video on the advantages of self-publishing and a publishing house. And then I think for the last one is, on marketing. So just make sure you get your book on Kindle. It's on Amazon. There is a link that I'm going to link below on how to get your book online, so that you can start selling soft copies even to people who are outside the country. And there's something about paperback. Those who are doing my class for how to become a writer, I really go into details of how to become a bestseller online. It's quite interesting on paperback. And then get to bookshops, discuss with them, hi, can you carry my book, and I will give you a certain percentage of the sales. And then there is social media, of course. My biggest seller is WhatsApp groups and just my Facebook page, and social media is great on sales of books as well. And then go to forums, give talks. I visit a lot of schools where I just do a book reading of my book. My previous high school, I go to them frequently just to read for them, and eventually if it's a parents' day, I get a lot of sales after that. If I go to workshops and I'm coaching people on life, and then eventually after my session, I have an exhibition table, and at that point the sales are above the roof. So yeah, so basically that's a nutshell of how to write your own book and publish it and make money out of it. And so the other thing that is very important, or it's good to get a mentor, it's good to get someone to walk the journey with, because how many girls do we set at the end of the day and they never, you're just feeling and then it drops into the priority list, and eventually you abandon it and you have a half-written book in your laptop at the corner somewhere. So it's good to get a mentor. What mentors do, or life coaches like myself, is that they hold your hand, they hold you accountable. We have deadlines and we meet every week, but and I get just to do a Zoom call with everyone in the class, and I just get to you can get to leverage on that community, because then you get to hear, hey, Nani is doing 5,000 words, Nani is doing 10,000 words. I need also to push myself. So it's good to get a mentor, because at that point you get to have someone who is checking on you. How far are you with the book? I need a table of contents by this, I need an outline by this, I need a title by this, I need 3 chapters by this, I need, someone who's checking on you constantly. And basically that's mostly, I find like hand holding is the best thing, because we all have the intention, we have the passion, we know that we can do this, but now someone who just keeps checking on you, that I find is very critical. And that's why I offer my services to people, because I know publishing a book is not easy, but when you have a life coach and someone who keeps motivating you. I'm a drill sergeant, I'm a sanguine, so I like pushing people. And I find that the people who also come to my class are my kind of people. They are my kind of tribe. They get it and they pick it up, and it's positive for them. So if you'd like to join my writing class, please write an email to me, which I will also link below, but it is Evelyn Courier at gmail.com. I'm in the process of getting a website and getting an official Gmail, but I will update on the same. So guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the video and share to all the people who you do are self-quarantined, which is basically the whole world. So share to the 7 billion and let them know that they can get a book out by the end of this thing. We can do this, guys. Thank you.